Hey, my name's Nat, and I live in my 4Runner full-time with my 3 dogs. It's been a crazy journey these last almost 2 years on the road. It's hard to believe that in just a couple of months, I'll be celebrating 2 full years as a nomad on the road. In today's video, we're going to continue on the series of tips and tricks of life in a 4Runner. Hey friends, we're going to talk all about how I stay powered on the road full-time in today's video. There isn't much of a fall in Southern California. Air is still warm, the trees still full, and the sun still shines brightly. You do have to look closely to find the changing of the seasons. Since fall is my favorite season, I searched high and low to find it, and I did. So one thing I have found on the road is that you can never have enough power. I started in a truck camper and now I'm in a 4Runner and I have the same system. The only thing that has changed is the quantity. As such, I have upgraded by getting additional solar panels and additional power banks, and so far my system seems to be working. So let's talk about my system. I currently have 2 Goal Zero 100-watt solar panels that are the bolder version. I have one of them mounted to my roof rack and the other is portable. I can move it around wherever I need to get the best direct sunlight, and I have a 30-foot cable that allows me that flexibility. As for my power banks and how I store the power, I have 3 power banks. I have 2 Jackeries, I have a 500-watt and an 880-watt, and I also have a 500-watt Goal Zero. I have found that 3 seems to be the magic number for me and my usage. However, I have found that if there's more than a few days, possibly up to a week of cloudy weather, I will not be able to sustain my system with the current setup. So I will end up having to resort to going to a laundromat or a KOA or a campground or a hotel or anywhere that I can get electricity to recharge up. But that hasn't happened very often. I've been very fortunate to be in places that have plenty of sunshine, and that is partly because that's where I prefer to be anyways. So as long as I'm in the sun, I don't seem to have any issues. I haven't really had a reason to change my setup over the last almost 2 years. So until my system's no longer working, I'm probably not going to make any upgrades. However, I am toying with the idea of getting a battery system that allows me to charge through my car when I'm driving. I think that would be one of the best features that I would upgrade to for now. But overall, my system is pretty tuned in for what I'm looking for. I will say that my system is very basic. There's not a whole lot to it. There's not a lot of installation. So if you're looking for that easy, just get up and go setup, that works just fine. I will say that this is not a cheap system by any means. I've spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on this setup, so while it might be convenient, it's not necessarily cheap. I would do your research to see which options are most affordable for you and would work best for your system. But like I said, these are just the ones that I have found that work for me. I have a very basic system, so if that's what you're looking for, I would consider these options. However, you can go all sorts of directions with how you power your rig. If you have a bigger rig like a van, there's so many other opportunities for you than just like in a 4Runner. But with space and how I'm using my 4Runner on the road full time, this setup is the best for me. All right, you guys, that's gonna wrap up this topic. It was a pretty quick one, so if you have any questions or you'd like me to elaborate on anything further, please leave me a comment below or reach out to me on Instagram or on my Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. It was really good to hang out with you all for a little bit, and until next time, you all stay safe and have a very blessed day. Bye. Jordan, this one's just for you. Look, I'm a big kid now. I always use Jordan's air compressor, and so I had to get my own. So I have my own now. I don't need you. No, I'm just kidding. I do. I need you. I need you. I need you.
Don't try to cover up your